Hayden Panettiere has opened up in emotional detail about one of the hardest decisions of her life, giving up custody of her daughter Kaya while battling postpartum depression and addiction. The Nashville and Heroes actress appeared on the On Purpose with Jay Shetty podcast this week, where she candidly reflected on the painful period that led to her daughter moving to Europe with her father, former heavyweight boxing champion Vladimir Klitschko. Panettiere signed over custody of Kaya in 2018 during what she described as a devastating spiral involving severe anxiety, mental health struggles and postpartum depression. The idea that anybody would think that I would just give away my child and be okay with it is heartbreaking, she admitted. It couldn't be further from the truth. The actress explained that after Kaya's birth, she felt completely disconnected from herself and overwhelmed by emotions she couldn't control. I was struggling with mental health and anxiety and postpartum and having to act my way through it, she said. I just felt like I completely lost myself. Panettiere stressed that seeking treatment was her own decision, pushing back against claims that she had been forced into rehab. I desperately needed help, she explained. I knew it was going to look terrible, but I couldn't live like that anymore. The actress revealed she tried to cope with the emotional pain through alcohol, which only worsened the situation. Constant stress, anxiety and tears became part of her daily life, despite finally achieving her lifelong dream of becoming a mother. I had this beautiful plan in my head of the kind of mom I was going to be, she shared. Then I had my daughter, and I knew something was terribly wrong. Panettiere praised Klitschko for supporting her through the darkest moments, even when neither of them fully understood what was happening. When Kaya was just a few months old, Hayden told him she needed professional help. She later entered treatment for alcoholism, though she said postpartum depression itself was never properly addressed at the time, leaving her feeling unfixable. The most painful chapter came when Klitschko suggested that Kaya should live with him in Europe. Panettiere admitted she initially reacted fiercely. I went like a mother lion, she recalled emotionally. I would have burnt the world down for my child. But as time passed and her health improved, she realized her daughter had built a stable and happy life overseas. She ultimately decided it would be unfair to uproot her simply because she finally felt ready again. Sometimes loving your child means doing the hardest thing possible for their sake, she said. Despite the distance, Panettiere insists she and Kaya still share an incredibly close bond. The actress says they regularly FaceTime, have deep conversations and spend as much time together as possible. I know she doesn't feel abandoned, Hayden said. She knows she has two parents who would do absolutely anything for her. Elsewhere in the emotional interview, the actress also revisited a deeply traumatic experience from her younger years in Hollywood. Fighting back tears, Panettiere described being only 18 years old when she was allegedly led by someone she trusted onto a boat and placed in bed beside an undressed, older celebrity. The incident, which she details further in her memoir This Is Me, A Reckoning, left her terrified and feeling trapped. I remember thinking, this is not happening, she recalled before fleeing the room and trying to hide. Panettiere said that at the time she believed she was mature enough to handle adult situations, but now realizes how vulnerable she truly was. There was nobody who was going to be empathetic to my situation, she said quietly. I realized this was nothing new to them. The actress first rose to fame at just 17 years old after starring as Claire Bennett in Heroes, quickly becoming one of television's biggest young stars. But behind the scenes, she says she was carrying struggles few people understood.